Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 281.
We woke up in our studio here at Old Key West and decided to get some work done because we do have decent Wi-Fi and we are going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party tonight. Robert's family will be there, so we plan to be there for the entire time, which we haven't done in a really long time because we've been going to them so often. So I was actually working on the video that I'm putting together for day 300 of living in the resorts. I have tons of cast member videos I've been getting over the last few weeks, and so now I'm trying to organize them, make them look really good, and figuring out which states I still need, which countries I have, which ones I don't. That way, if I see a name tag in the park that I don't have that state or that country, I can ask them if they'll be a part of my video.
And I was getting caught up on uploading our room tours to YouTube because we have so many of them that aren't there yet. So we have decent Wi-Fi. I was sending them all to YouTube and then doing the titles and all that, and we were scheduling them out to launch over the next few days. And while we were there working on that, I was also trying to get some other work done because it all just kind of worked in the background. So I was working on answering emails and just talking with my clients and setting up some stuff for next week. And I was helping Alyssa figure out which one should go in which order with her video and trying to find some music to put in the background of it. It is getting very close to day 300, so we've got to get the project wrapped up before that so we can actually launch it on that day.
I'm very proud of how this is coming together, and honestly, this is way better than I ever thought it would be, so I'm really happy about it. Around dinner time, we did take the bus over to Magic Kingdom to meet up with the family. We were really surprised at how busy Magic Kingdom is tonight. We've been to a lot of Halloween parties at this point, and none of them have been super crazy. It is a sold out party, but there were people everywhere. The lines to the rides were crazy, and they were like, is this normal? I'm like, not recently. It just happens to be the party you came to. I'm really sorry.
The last several we've been to have had really short lines for characters. There's been hardly anybody there. And apparently they all came on one night because it was ridiculously busy there. We
rode a few rides, especially the ones the little kids wanted to ride, like Winnie the Pooh. Those didn't have terrible wait times, and so we were kind of sticking with those. We also rode It's a Small World because several family members wanted to ride that. We didn't, but several of them wanted to, so we did get on there with them.
And then we went across the park to Pirates of the Caribbean because they do have the live actors in there, the live pirates in there, which is a really cool experience. We told them they don't want to miss that. So we went in and waited in line for that, even though it was like a 45-minute wait. It was totally worth it because it was really cool to see the pirates and interact with them in the queue and on the ride. And after that was over, we headed back up to Main Street because as busy as it is, we need to get a spot for fireworks early because it's gonna be crazy on Main Street. We got a really good spot. We were very excited. It was very hot today, but it's starting to cool down because the sun has gone down, of course. But one thing we noticed was there was absolutely no breeze. Usually there's a little bit of a breeze one way or the other, but no breeze whatsoever. We're waiting for the fireworks to start. They start off, and all of a sudden we realize there's a lot of smoke just kind of hanging right there above the castle, right in front of us, and not going anywhere. And so as the show progressed and there was more and more smoke because of all the fireworks, it just got so hard to see the projections on the castle. You almost couldn't see the fireworks behind the castle. It was crazy.
While we were watching the show, for whatever reason, I turned around. And when I did, I realized I could actually see the projectors that normally put the projection on the castle. You could actually see the lights, which normally you can't see them, especially not this clearly. I was like, that would be the coolest picture. So I took a picture. I said, hey, Robert, look at this. And he was like, oh, I have an idea. And normally when Robert says that, he comes up with this like amazing photo spot or like this angle that nobody thinks of. I'm like, oh yeah. No, that's not where he went with this. He did this instead. I was cracking up when he showed me the photos because I really expected some like amazing thing he was gonna show me. No, for once I took the better pictures.
It's a selfie this time. I thought it was great though. It looked really cool. It was a little disappointing not being able to see the projections very well in the castle and also not being able to see the fireworks very well behind the castle. But it is what it is. Disney doesn't actually control the weather, contrary to popular opinion. They don't have a dome. Yeah, no, it's crazy. After the fireworks were over, a lot of people started leaving and the wait times went way down. So we headed over to Cosmic Rays because one of my little cousins was dressed as Mal from Descendants and they had the Descend dance party over there. She wanted to go and do the dance party. So Alyssa stayed there with her and a couple other family members who didn't want to ride rides. And then the rest of us went over to Space Mountain, which only had a 20 20-minute wait, and I rode, my brother and sister-in-law rode, and my grandma rode as well.
I really enjoyed being in here with the girls because they were having the absolute best time. And I always see little kids enjoying the Descendants party. It's a lot of fun, but it's even more fun when there are kids you know enjoying it because you get to see them having a great time. And even the adults were getting in on it. It was amazing. They even did limbo, and I think seeing Maleficent trying to get under that stick with the horn she was wearing, like, it was awesome. We had the absolute best time. It was so much fun. And the kids especially loved it because when they would get tired of dancing, they'd go around, go through the line, get some candy, come back, eat for a second, go back dancing, and do it all over again.
We also went and got some candy from a couple stops and then came back, and they were pretty much done dancing at that point. So we started to head towards leaving the park, but we decided to stop and watch the last bit of the Boo-to-You parade as it went by, and then watch the Hocus Pocus stage show because we haven't watched it yet. Turns out if you're going to the very last showing, you can actually get a better spot without having to wait very long. So we did get to watch that, had a really great spot for it, and I love the Hocus Pocus show. It's so much fun.
And I love it even more now that I understand all the references that are in the show because Robert had me watch the movie.
It helps.
Yeah, it all makes a lot more sense now.
After the show ended, we did make our way out of the park, back to the buses over to Old Key West, said goodbye to my family, and headed back to our room, and that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
For our Year with the Ears.